Okay, so here's the first graph that they're looking at. So you can see this is mapping the proportion of microorganisms in each of the domains, bacteria, archaea, and methanobacterialis, which is just methane-using bacteria, okay? And so they're looking at the different bacteria, and really they shouldn't be making any kind of predictions of the different types of bacteria that should be in each people. But what they should notice is that, so the NW is normal weight individuals. Normal weight individuals 1, 2, and 3 only have bacteria species. Obese individuals 1, 2, and 3 have a lot of these archaea and methanobacterialis. And then your gastric bypass patients have either none of those or very few of those. So what they should notice from this is that the type of bacteria in your gut seems to have a correlation with your weight. So we don't know from this, though, whether because you're obese you promote the type of bacteria that's in your gut, or because of the bacteria in your gut it causes you to be obese. So there's no causal relationship. This is just a correlation between the two. So then the next graph shows the relative abundance of the different species of bacteria. And so you can see just of the species that there's very different species in normal weight individuals than there is in obese individuals. Okay, and that's just showing different species. There shouldn't be really any pattern here, just that the species are different, where you see lots of, like in here, where you see gastric bypass people have tons of this, no one else does. Or like this is exclusive to normal weight people, this is almost exclusive to obese people in this one. That you don't see a lot of overlap in the species. Okay, so then if we go to the next one, this one is really interesting. So what they did here is they took bacterial samples of infants during their infancy when they were just, a week or two, a few weeks old, and then they looked at them at the age of 7 to see if they were normal weight or if they were obese. So the normal weight children are in black and the obese children are in the gray. And so what we find is that even at birth, when they were an infant, their bacteria were different. So this seems to suggest a causal factor, that if they have a certain bacteria at birth, then that might be causing them to become obese over time. And we have actually found lots of evidence of that, and you get your bacterial flora from your mom. And so there might be some link there. And if you look in your instructor guide, let me pull it up really fast, there's some really good information. Oh, I can't find my mouse. There's some really good information that you can share with them in number 11. So number 11 gives you some information like the gut microbes. We found that the gut microbes release these short-chain fatty acids through the fermentation of the food sources, and that these short-chain fatty acids can actually influence your metabolism and how you digest things. That these gut microbes actually release certain products that can change the gene expression in you. So in essence, what this is all saying is that the bacteria in your system may be playing more of a role in your appetite and desire to eat things than you might think. And so they're sort of controlling you. So the bacteria in your gut seems to give you cravings and control your desire for the food that they thrive on. And vice versa, the food that you consume helps to foster the type of bacteria in your gut. They've done a lot of actual experiments where they have given people broad-spectrum antibiotics and killed off their gut microbes, and then they've taken gut microbes from a thin person and inoculated them, just imagine how that's done, and found that these people will get thin, right? So there's a lot to do with this. Okay, so then number 12 asks you to have students hypothesize about the relationships between organisms. So I'm going to pause this so I can go back to the board.